What's up, tech innovators and future warriors? Today, we're locked and loaded with the most groundbreaking army technology you need to know about. From revolutionary robotics to game-changing weapons, we're exploring the military tech that's changing warfare as we know it. Get ready to witness the future weapons shaping tomorrow's battlefields. Let's get started. Are you ready to see what's next? What if a battlefield could operate without a single soldier on the front line? And what if the decisions weren't made by human commanders in distant bunkers, but by intelligent machines coordinating a symphony of steel and silicon? That is not science fiction. It is rapidly becoming reality. Technology is fundamentally changing how wars are fought. Previously, military campaigns relied heavily on vast numbers of personnel, complex logistical chains, and human decision-making under immense pressure. Now, thanks to advancements in artificial intelligence and autonomous systems, that paradigm is shifting towards a future where machines play an increasingly central role. It's faster, potentially less costly in terms of human lives, though raising new ethical questions, and promises unprecedented levels of precision and efficiency. And it's not just theoretical. Autonomous systems are already being deployed and tested across the globe. Let's have a look at it in detail. Picture it as a highly coordinated team of robotic agents, but instead of human soldiers, you have drones that can fly and identify targets, ground vehicles that can navigate complex terrain and deliver supplies, and even naval vessels that can patrol vast stretches of ocean, all working in concert. These systems are guided by sophisticated computer programs and increasingly by artificial intelligence that allows them to perceive their environment, make decisions, and act independently within predefined parameters. Rather than relying solely on human operators for every action, much of the heavy lifting, reconnaissance, surveillance, even engagement in some contexts, is being delegated to these autonomous machines. They process information at speeds far exceeding human capabilities, reacting to threats and executing tasks with remarkable efficiency. Result? Forces that can potentially operate with greater speed, persistence, and reduced risk to human personnel. There are several reasons. First, force projection and reach. Autonomous systems can extend a military's operational capabilities into areas that might be too dangerous or inaccessible for human soldiers. Drones, for example, can conduct long-endurance surveillance missions over hostile territory without the limitations of human fatigue. Second, reduced personnel risk. By deploying robots and drones in dangerous roles, military forces can minimize casualties and protect their personnel. This is particularly relevant in tasks like bomb disposal, reconnaissance in contested areas, and potentially even direct combat. Third, speed and efficiency. Autonomous systems can react faster than humans in dynamic situations. AI algorithms can analyze vast amounts of data in real time, leading to quicker and potentially more effective decision-making in fast-paced combat scenarios. They can also operate continuously without the need for rest. Real-world applications. Let's take a look at a few areas where this is already gaining traction. In aerial reconnaissance, we're seeing a proliferation of sophisticated drones capable of high-resolution imaging and real-time data transmission. These aren't just remote-controlled aircraft. Many have increasing levels of autonomy in navigation and target identification. On the ground, unmanned ground vehicles, UGVs, are being used for tasks ranging from logistics and resupply in dangerous zones to reconnaissance and even armed patrol. Their ability to navigate challenging terrain autonomously is constantly improving. At sea, navies are experimenting with autonomous underwater vehicles, AUVs, for mine countermeasures and surveillance, as well as unmanned surface vessels, USVs, for patrol and potentially even offensive operations. And this is merely the beginning. The integration of AI is pushing the boundaries of what these autonomous systems can achieve. How is it connected with AI? in a multitude of critical ways. First, enhanced autonomy. AI algorithms are the brains that allow these machines to move beyond simple remote control. They enable drones to navigate complex environments, identify targets based on learned patterns, and even coordinate their actions with other autonomous units with minimal human intervention. Second, superior decision-making. AI can process and analyze vast amounts of sensor data, from radar and sonar to visual and thermal imagery, far faster and more comprehensively than human operators. This allows for quicker and potentially more accurate threat assessment and tactical decision-making in dynamic combat situations. Imagine an AI analyzing battlefield conditions in real time, identifying vulnerabilities, and suggesting optimal courses of action to autonomous units. Third, predictive capabilities. Advanced AI can analyze historical data and current trends to predict potential enemy actions, anticipate logistical needs, and even identify potential equipment failures before they occur, leading to more proactive and efficient military operations. What are these future weapons like? You might envision clunky, slow robots, but the reality is often sleek, agile, and increasingly sophisticated. Imagine swarms of small, interconnected drones capable of overwhelming enemy defenses through sheer numbers and coordinated tactics. Picture unmanned submarines silently patrolling the depths, capable of laying mines or even engaging enemy vessels autonomously. Consider agile robotic dogs equipped with sensors and even weaponry, providing enhanced situational awareness and firepower to dismounted units. These future weapons often leverage stealth technology, advanced materials for increased durability and reduced signature, and modular designs for adaptable mission payloads. They're designed to be force multipliers, extending the reach and effectiveness of military personnel while minimizing risk. Strength and safety? One of the most pressing questions, especially when considering autonomous lethal capabilities. Are these systems reliable? Can they be trusted to operate ethically and effectively? The development of these technologies involves rigorous testing and safety protocols. However, the very notion of autonomous weapons raises significant ethical debates and concerns about accountability and the potential for unintended consequences. International regulations and ethical guidelines are actively being discussed and developed to govern their use. In terms of physical robustness, many of these systems are built to withstand harsh environments and battlefield conditions. Their electronic components are often heavily shielded, and their structural designs are optimized for resilience. So what does that portend for the future? Let's look ahead, even to scenarios once confined to the realm of science fiction. Picture future battlefields where human soldiers primarily oversee and direct teams of highly capable autonomous systems. Imagine rapid deployment of robotic units to respond to crises with unparalleled speed and precision. Consider the potential for autonomous logistics networks that can resupply forces in remote and dangerous locations without putting human lives at risk. Some even envision a future where large-scale conflicts could be fought primarily by machines, raising profound questions about the nature of warfare and the role of humanity in it. The development of off-world military capabilities, while still in its early stages, might also rely heavily on autonomous construction and robotics systems. Are there any downsides? Absolutely. As with any transformative technology, there are significant challenges and potential pitfalls. One major concern is the risk of escalation and unintended conflict. The speed and autonomy of these systems could lead to rapid and potentially uncontrollable escalation in crisis situations. Another critical issue is cybersecurity. Autonomous systems are inherently reliant on software and network connectivity, making them potential targets for sophisticated cyber attacks that could disable them or even turn them against their own forces. Ethical considerations surrounding autonomous lethal weapons are paramount. The debate over whether machines should be allowed to make life or death decisions is ongoing and deeply complex. Employment? Yes, the increasing automation of warfare will undoubtedly impact military roles. While some traditional combat roles might diminish, there will be a growing need for highly skilled personnel to design, develop, program, maintain, and oversee these complex autonomous systems. This shift could lead to more technical and specialized roles within the military. A new way of thinking. More than anything, this is about a fundamental shift in our understanding of warfare. For centuries, military power has been inextricably linked to the strength and numbers of human soldiers. Now we're entering an era where technological superiority, particularly in the realm of artificial intelligence and autonomous systems, could become the decisive factor. This requires a new strategic mindset, a re-evaluation of military doctrines, and a careful consideration of the ethical implications. The world of defense is being revolutionized at an astonishing pace. Artificial intelligence, robotics, and other advanced technologies are not just incremental improvements. They are fundamentally reshaping the tools and tactics of warfare. The future weapons we've discussed are no longer distant concepts. They are actively being developed and deployed, promising both unprecedented capabilities and profound challenges. Understanding these advancements is crucial for anyone interested in the future of global security and the evolving nature of conflict. The integration of AI and autonomous systems holds the potential to change everything, from the way battles are fought to the very definition of a soldier. If you're as fascinated by these groundbreaking developments as we are, be sure to like, subscribe, and enable notifications. We'll continue to bring you the latest insights into the technology that's reshaping the world. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.